the day started with one simple question. Who wants to go get firewood? Would you please state your name for the record?
My name is Turd Ferguson.
My name is Stephen Eddings.
Kelly O'Neill Fitzgerald.
Brian Liger Rich.
Micah Dalton is my name.
Guys, could you briefly explain the encounter you had yesterday as you left?
Well, yesterday when John asked us to go on a wood run, we thought it was going to be a simple task. We didn't realize that we would actually be running for our own lives. It was a day of bravery like I had never expected.
What appeared to be just a quick 30-minute run into the woods for firewood turned into a 2.5-hour trek to nowhere. We were so far back in the volcanic jungle, you can't imagine the things we were seeing. It was a titanic fight for our lives.
There was no water. There was no food. Very little sunlight was able to get through the foliage.
There's no people everywhere. Giant serpents hanging from the trees. My heart's still in my throat thinking about it.
Scorpions the size of a turnip. I came here with all intentions of helping people, and before I knew it, I was doing everything I could to help myself, and I heard it well before I saw it. The trees were shaking, and we all looked at each other and wondered what possibly could be.
I think one of the biggest problems were the pirates. I'm only familiar with seeing those pirates on the sea, which is another story for another time. To go into the jungle and to see pirates was really, really something.
Wasn't there some sort of beast that scared you guys, or can you explain the?
Well, there was more than one beast. First, it started with the lizards. They were everywhere. The serpents, they were falling out of the trees. The bats were coming through. I mean, they were in Kelly's hair. She was screaming like a girl. She is a girl, but
A sorority girl.
a sorority girl.
We call them bats. You might know them better as pterodactyls. It was terrifying. This is a prehistoric time we'd stepped into yesterday.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, it definitely was prehistoric. The fact that we could go with these pirates into the jungle and see pterodactyls was fascinating.
Epic.
Now, Brian, you and Steve, this is where I was getting at.
Well, Micah and Turd Ferguson and Kelly were hard at work. I mean, our task was simple, to get firewood and put it in the infamous blue truck. Steve and I had wandered off to take a break, and he had cut down a little tree that we learned to suck water from because we had run out of water hours before. And that's when I heard what I heard, and Steve and I quickly went sort of into defense mode. I grabbed a lava rock because we were at the base of this volcano. We were in a volcanic jungle.
It was still smoldering, that lava rock, wasn't it?
It was.
You got a little bit of burn on your hand.
Yes, and some of the sulfuric fumes that were coming down were somewhat nauseating. It really it was debilitating. Anyway, I was able to load a lava rock into my bandana, sort of as a defense tool, when all of a sudden this beast, like I'd never seen, we thought it was your standard run-of-the-mill cougar. We were wrong.
It was a beast of monstrous proportions. Rare, yes. Indigenous to the volcanic areas of Nicaragua, known only by very few natives that, well, they might be the only ones to tame it, if they dare.
I think Turd knows a little bit more about having seen it.
Teeth like this.
My first reaction was, where's my Swiss Army knife? I had my cargo pants on, and I have so many pockets. And, Brian was trying to fend this thing off to give me time. you know, I ran away. I was about 200, 300 yards back. He was holding them off while I finally found my Swiss Army knife. I pulled it out and had to go and find Sorry.
Luckily, I keep running
upset.
into that time. I'm sorry, he's still delirious from the whole ordeal.
He's excited to be alive, by golly.
Of course he is.
After many years living here in the Nicaraguan jungle, I've grown accustomed to carrying a machete around in my pants. So it was around that time that I whipped the machete out, tossed it in the air willy-nilly, and Brian caught it like a saber.
Yeah.
We sometimes refer to Kelly as machete pants.
Sure, especially after this episode.
Well, while I was fending off this thing, this volcanic mutation that, you know, could be the culprit for many Nicaraguans' disappearances, Stephen was busy sharpening the stick, which was very crucial for our survival. The last minute, I got one more sling in to fight off this beast, and that's when Stephen stepped in with, you know, he's a man of power.
Sure.
And thank goodness he was with us, and Tom as well with his with his stature. Really.
Turn in his pastoral stature was able to stand up and lay hands on the beast and actually curse the demons out of it.
Yeah, that was good.
But it was just quite a
behind
moment.
me, Satan.
It's true. I don't know if you're familiar with dragons, but what happened next was only of dragon-like proportion, I would say. Micah, do you want to talk about what you saw? Micah fell over to the ground at one point, and
Well, I think it's like a dragon because a dragon came out literally of the mouth of the beast. It was some sort of reproduction, and I've never seen anything like it. Just to see a dragon come out of another animal, because I'd never seen a dragon in the first place, but to see it come out in that way was
Unbelievable.
Did you see aliens? It was sort of like that. We were really, you know, we expected the local Nicaraguans to react to this like, you know, this is run-of-the-mill kind of stuff. Before we knew it, they were gone. Okay, they took off with the machetes. We're stuck there by ourselves. We're here to help people, and they leave us. Yeah, when we saw the dragon, we were like, this is weird, but surely they've seen this before.
Just when we were in complete panic, out of the woods, riding a white stallion like a beacon in the night, comes the one and only Don Quixote. Don Quixote came in, put his hand on the neck of the beast, and immediately the beast was calm. Turns out, just a friendly fella, so we brought him home. He's been hanging out with the house ever since. He could sit, roll over, play dead, talk. He does wonders.
We named him Machete Turd.
Thanks, guys. It was a great encounter, and I appreciate the time.
Yeah, just keep it yourself.